End of course assessment. Recording 2.
This evening, I'm pleased to welcome Tricia Wilton, CEO of TWIL Engineering, who's going to talk about women in engineering.
Good evening. Even though I've been running this company for over 10 years, I still feel that I'm a lonely woman in a man's world. People often ask me how I got into civil engineering. My parents wanted me to be a nurse, not even a doctor. Some people may find that hard to believe, but some people's attitudes are still the same. Most people seem to think that building roads and bridges is primarily a man's job and that I must be a little crazy. So, how did I get into engineering? Well, one day, when I was about 14, we had a school visit to a local engineering company, and I was so fascinated by it that I immediately researched it and decided civil engineering was the job for me, much to everyone's surprise. Unfortunately, the statistics for women engineers tell a very sad story in this country at the moment. The most recent ones for the UK show that only about 6% of all engineering jobs are done by women. In Australia, the figure is a little better at around 10%, and in the US, about 14%. However, in China, it seems to be a completely different story, with 41% of engineering jobs done by women. I'm sure we can learn something from the Chinese. So, why don't girls want to become engineers? A recent survey done in schools showed that girls are more likely to do an engineering job if it involves the chance to solve global issues, such as bringing clean water to villages in rural Africa. In fact, there are more jobs that benefit society in engineering than in any other industry I can think of. Another reason may be partly due to the fact that engineering is seen as a largely male industry, and therefore there are very few role models for girls to look up to. So what does an engineering career offer? Well, I can tell you that there are endless interesting opportunities waiting for you. These range from jobs with large multinational companies to working for yourself. So what do you need to do if you want to go into engineering? I think the first thing you must be prepared to do is to work very hard. The best advice I was given was to study as much maths as I could while still in school. At university, you don't have the time to play catch-up with this subject, so if you're serious about that engineering career, do the preparation at school. Go online and do a lot of research into the types of jobs you could get, and then look at the university courses available. Check out apprenticeships with engineering companies. But most of all, believe that you can do it.
Tricia Wilton, CEO of TWIL Engineering, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Copyright Pearson Education Limited, 2014.